let's give our NASCAR fantasy lineup heading into Atlanta, and it is your turn to go first this week. And hopefully, maybe I can do something dramatic this week to make up in the standings. Who knows? We'll see. But go go ahead with your lineup.
All right, so I had to put in some new drivers this week and run out of the other guys. And I think these are going to be a good one for this track. So in my starters, I have Austin Cindric, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, last week's winner Chase Briscoe, and in my garage I have Carson Hocevar. And the featured matchups, it's Kyle Busch versus Brad Kay. I have Brad on that one. Alex Bowman versus Joey Logano. I do have Bowman in this one. Larson versus Reddick. I am not going to pick Larson on a drafting track. Tyler Reddick on that one. And Ross Chastain versus Eric Jones. That's a tough one there. Eric Jones I could see him running good, but I do have Chastain on that one. So my pick to win is Brad Kay this week. Mom's pick is Chase Elliott.
Well, we are different on a lot of things. So my starting lineup for Echo Park Speedway, aka Atlanta, I do have Austin Cindric in. Fords will be pretty quick on these drafting tracks like they usually are. Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, you see a theme right here, and Ryan Blaney. All Fords are in my lineup. And in my garage, I do have Chase Elliott, so I have a hometown kid in the garage just as a safety net there. Kyle Busch versus Brad Keselowski. I do have Brad K on that one. Just Kyle. If there's a track that can get back on track, though, this one could be for Kyle. But until I'm seeing something different, I'm going to pick Brad. Bowman versus Logano. I have Logano in this one. Again, I think the Fords are going to be up front all night long. Larson versus Reddick. Yeah, that's no brainer. Even though Larson do really well in his last
Yeah.
drafting
Not if
track at
we pick
Talladega,
him.
but I'm not picking him. So Reddick over Larson and Chastain versus Eric Jones. I have Eric Jones on this one. I think he can run
Okay.
well. I think he and John Hunter can really hook up and have a pretty decent race. Hot picks this week. You have Blaney. It says Kyle Busch, but take that with you, Will. Kyle Larson to avoid, of course. Void Denny Hamlin, which he is a really good drafting driver. He just hasn't had
Yeah, I
any
don't know about
finishes in
that one.
Atlanta. And the sleeper Daniel Suarez. That's because he won a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
There, I don't know. It's anybody's race. It's a crapshoot race. So my pick to win this week, I'm sticking with the Ford theme mainly because it's my entire lineup. But I have the driver of and the teammate of yours that you picked. I have Chris Buescher to win
Okay.
this one.